Discord, Twitter. Hmm. All right. Weird. Oh, there we go. Finally. Shh. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Hello, Kirok. Just getting myself all out there. Okay, got my advertisement all out. So we're starting off a little bit different today, since I really do want to talk about this trailer. I just love this game so much. It's not the best Deus Ex game, obviously, and there are flaws to this game, but oh, do I love the Human Revolution, especially this trailer. And just wanted to make sure. I'm gonna shrink myself down.
I never asked for this.
Symbolic. Yeah.
She was lost to me. If you want to make enemies, try to change something. The year is 2027. It's It's a time of great innovation and technological advancement. It's also a time of chaos and conspiracy. I don't even know whose side I'm on.
Breaking news. The riots continue in the streets of Detroit. Protesters rallying outside of Seraph Industries, one of the world's leaders in the controversial science of human augmentation.
These people, Adam, they're like ghosts. Always in the shadows. Always hiding behind lies and proxy soldiers. I need you to find them. They cannot stop us. They cannot stop the future.
I never had a choice of what happened to me.
How do you feel, Adam? The body may heal, but the mind is not always so resilient.
Corporations have more power than the government.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Help! Please!
Police have opened fire on the crowd.
You'll never find them!
I'll never stop looking.
It's not the end of the world, but you can see it from here.
Just
Your mission, should you choose to accept it.
What's the play?
Watch the Mission Impossible franchise.
yeah, I had to swap out to a different browser just so I wouldn't screw up. My usual browser works, but okay, to really get into, there's just so much in that trailer, and it really takes its time to say we are doing insane conspiracy nonsense with Deus Ex, not the lightweight stuff of what Invisible War went through. And we didn't even finish Invisible War because the game kept crashing. I didn't even modder it or anything. It was just, it refuses to work, which is annoying. But this game really did want to start up a new era of Deus Ex, and I say it succeeded, considering it actually got a sequel, and a lot of that is just down to good marketing. The trailer does spend its time just symbolizing everything. The rise of a new renaissance. The renaissance art, but the fall of Icarus and Daedalus as humanity flies too close to the sun. Where will augmentation technology take us? Is it to the heavens or to our own deaths? And there's so much in this game, and it's not perfect. I'm not gonna lie and say that the whole augmentation metaphor they've got going on is perfect. But in this game, it's more like how technology keeps putting people out of jobs. As that automation increases and continuously removes people from working positions, we need to work on that. But in this, but very few people ever actually do. So I can't really say much more. This is how the game is meant to be played. Or give me Deus Ex. This was my first Deus Ex game. The original version with the gold tint and everything. But I do like the first Deus Ex game. I'd still say that I enjoyed Deus Ex more than the story. I enjoyed this game's gameplay and story, and I enjoy Mankind Divided's gameplay. As for Invisible War, well, I've never finished it, so I can't really say. But yeah. I don't need to keep this up anymore. Do I go for... I'm not looking for too much of a challenge. This isn't one of those games where... Let's go for give me the middle difficulty. It's what I've been usually doing, and I only got so much time of the day anyways. Hi, Bob.
Is everything in place?
Almost.
What do you mean, almost?
I have spoken with Montreal. The broadcast satellites are ours when we need them. A few weeks of discomfort, and the public will be primed for our recall.
And the clinics?
We control their purse strings. They will do as we say.
I still think we should wait for the referendum.
We can't afford to wait. America's Science Board convenes next month.
But the mood among the delegates is shifting. I'm positive that given more time...
No. By going public with this discovery, Sarif is forcing our hand.
The world will not change overnight just because David Sarif wills it. Besides, we can do nothing until our biochip is ready.
I thought you said you were close.
Finding the correct nerve interface has proven more challenging than anticipated. Fortunately, thanks to David, I now know where to look.
And in Washington tonight, crowds continue to gather in front of the Capitol. Most are demanding that Congress severely restrict efforts to alter the human body's abilities. This in response to claims made by biotechnology expert David Sarif that his firm may have discovered a way to make human-controlled evolution available to all. Sarif Industries researchers are set to arrive in Washington tomorrow to defend their claim. But for tonight, this is Eliza Kassan reporting to you live from Vegas.
With all due respect, Major, I'll expect 2 security details waiting for us on the tarmac. No, we won't be going through the terminal. It's too exposed. Yes. I'm glad you understand. Good night, idiot.
Something wrong?
No, not for me, it isn't. But you keep pulling on that necklace, Dr. Reed, and you're gonna break it. Come on, Meg. You've defended your research before.
That was different. Then it was all just theories. But this discovery, Adam, it's big. Kepler big. Rosetta Stone big.
So, what's the problem?
They'll want to know how I found it.
Megan, we're leaving for DC, and Adam, you're there. Good, good.
You need something, boss?
Yeah, I want to go over your security plans for Washington before we leave. You and your team ready to go, Megan?
Almost, David. We're just rechecking data.
Well, make it snappy.
We have to actually be in Washington before you can dazzle all those federally appointed know-it-alls.
I hate it when he does that. Come on, I'll walk you part way.
Ooh.
Patient X.
That's nothing, Adam. Just some of the research. Look, we really have to go.
DNA analysis of sample taken shows unusually high presence of mutagenic chemicals in the primary strand. These don't appear to be harmful, however, in fact, X appears to be healthier, more resilient protection than most subjects of a similar age and ethnic background. Personal observation. More interesting to note, PDOT cluster, less than 24 hours. Subject's own neural tissue, disguised as part of his subject's nervous system. Tests have yet to be concluded. PDOT clusters built with a unique DNA signature will be undetectable to the human immune system. Device will be blurred. Okay. In setting, neuropazine is the major factor.
Are you coming?
In a second.
Washington braces for historic augmentation readings, police bracing, protesters, Humanity Front. Issues or claims of major breakthrough in human augmentation.
Adam, I'm nervous enough.
Suggests that a bond, if these findings are confirmed, the discovery will democratize mechanical augmentations by making them safer and far less costly. Darrow may not attend.
You know, you really should get in the habit of locking your computer, Meg.
I know.
Why are you picking up your phone? At least when you and Adam were together, I knew you made it. He'd make sure you eat every once in a while. Well, I told you, Megan, these kinds of questions fall under a sleuth.
Women were the ones who kept men waiting.
This is the longest I've ever kept her waiting. The dog. Only going for 3 days, right? Should be much of a problem. Just drop off the keys before you leave.
Hey! Stop reading my emails.
Benedict marveled.
David's waiting, Adam. We shouldn't keep him.
Warning. This lab is
Black
for
Mesa
authorized
Walk.
personnel only.
What did you mean back there, Meg? About how you found it?
Nothing. It's just my nerves talking.
There's something I should know. About this place, about Sarif.
Megan!
Hold on.
We're still getting biochemical fluctuations across the artificial flow cells.
Okay. But the increased neural peptides coming from the PDOT cluster could be throwing off your calibrations.
Right. I'll double check that.
I can't believe you were asking about David. You've been here long enough to know... Eric! You wouldn't be avoiding me, would you?
I wouldn't dream of it, Dr. Reed. I think I know why Declan's readings are off.
Too many peptides?
I'm thinking the glial tissue breakdown we noticed after splicing in the repressive protein might be the cause. If we had a better cytometer...
We might get a more accurate reading that confirms your theory. I'll ask David to consider it.
Well, if he orders one from Page Industries, maybe they'll throw in another cappuccino maker.
You overthink everything, Adam. The work we're doing is good. We're helping people overcome their physical limitations.
Yeah, except most of our clients seem to be DOD.
You're doing
It's
good.
not all
Just another hour to go.
We work with teachers,
Orange tracksuit.
doctors, construction workers.
Damn it!
Watch it, Eddie. Those boxes are worth more than your salary.
Sorry.
Nia, you almost ready?
For Washington? Huh.
Ah, Dr. Reed. This is General O'Neill.
Dr. Sevchenko was telling me you've made progress on the Typhoon.
Yes. Thanks to Vasily, actually.
As I was saying, sir, the Typhoon uses a modified combat chassis like the one I'm wearing. But I've improved its design using shaped microcharges to propel the steel balls.
And the backlash problem?
Solved through kinetic bleeders in the augment. Here, watch. Go ahead.
Impressive. How soon till it's ready?
I'm afraid I have to run, but Vasily has all the details, General.
Of course.
They still have some work to do to improve the type.
You're right. The teacher would just love having one of those things.
You're missing the point. Defense contracts keep us afloat, but neural augmentations that make you think faster, react quicker, they can really improve a life. Everybody's lives. David's talked about it for years.
Yeah, he is a talker.
He's a good man. Admit it, Adam. A part of you likes him.
I like everyone, Dr. Reed.
Yeah, right.
How far are you going?
Diane's office. I forgot to leave her a key so she can walk Kubrick. He's gotten big, you know. Keeps knocking over all my plants.
Did you destroy that vase yet?
I moved it. And I fenced in the yard. Like you always said you were going to.
Yeah, never got around to that. Sorry.
Me too. About a lot of things. Adam, there's something
Good evening.
Pritchard.
So, are we all ready for the trip?
There's Farida. I'd better hurry. See you at the helipad, Adam.
Sure.
Did I interrupt something, Jensen?
You fixed that firewall yet?
You don't fix an entire firewall. You find the loophole and plug it.
Then did you plug it?
Yes, I did. Want to know how? Oh, wait, I forgot. Ex-cop. I doubt you'd understand.
Ex-SWAT, and you'd be surprised. Sarif has to see you too.
Athena. She wants me to show her how to track our scientist-implanted locator devices. In case your security plans in Washington don't measure up.
They will.
Gentlemen, how wonderful to see you both. Go right in, Adam. He's waiting.
This is the newest in encrypted GPL trackers, Athena. It transmits data to our dedicated satellites every 10 feet.
I don't care what it takes. I want you, Darrow, in Washington, by my side.
The man doesn't jump for anyone. He's a Nobel Prize winner.
Senators love this guy, Lyle. The hearings will go much smoother with him there. Big day for us tomorrow. Everything in place?
Yes, sir. Capitol Police will escort us to the Hill, and then Federal Protection Services takes over.
Good, good. How's our girl holding up?
She's nervous.
All she has to do is show him her research. She explain it to you?
Not really into the whole science thing, boss.
It's incredible. All those purists out there accusing us of tampering with the natural order, when all Megan's done is figure out how to unlock the potential that exists within our own DNA. It's safer and easier than anything you, Darrow, ever did.
Environmental malfunction. Laboratory subsection 6. All lab chiefs, please report in.
We better not take any chances. Not tonight. Use my elevator to get down there. You know the code?
Yeah, 0451.
Let me know what you find.
Of course,
Get
451.
The damn racket.
Yes, sir.
Pritchard, where's Megan? She report in yet?
Her GPL implant shows her moving through the microchem labs. I think she's running.
Damn. Must have been a serious equipment failure. Can you get eyes on her?
I'm trying, but the intellicams aren't responding. There's interference coming from somewhere. Find out what's happening, Jensen. Hurry!
Pritchard? Pritchard!
Okay, so this game does have a pacifist achievement, which I've already gotten. So I'm not going to worry about that too much. But I'm not going to go out of my way to kill people. I'm going to try to make use of my more of the non-lethal tools. Ooh. Big old tank of a man right there.
shows the bullet caused severe hematoma. We need to repair that artery.
My God, how thick was the glass?
I love you.
Haven't you lost enough people today?
I'm sorry.
We're seconds away.
Yeah.
His body can take it.
We're going for the director's cut because that way we spend less time, and I've got a lot of caves to get through.
Adam, it's David. You in the building?
Just entered the lobby.
Sorry to pull you out of sick leave so soon, but we've got a situation. A break-in at our Milwaukee Junction factory. Meet me at the helipad.
I have to see Pritchard first. Something's wrong with my retinal enhancement.
Frank's on the second floor in the tech lab. Make it quick. People's lives are at stake.
Mexican Town massacre wasn't his fault.
I think it was too much of a risk. I mean, it's a miracle he didn't die. Why is David keeping the SWAT team from going on?
About time. What happened? You get stuck in an air duct on the way over?
Yeah, nice to see you too, Francis. Something's wrong with my retinal display. Can you fix it?
If it's what I think it is, probably. Of course, it might seem. Looks like your left and right imaging processors weren't completely in sync. But don't worry, your Sentinel health implant will kick in soon, repairing any damage that might have caused. Your retinal display should be fine now. Its recognition software won't be picking up hostiles yet, but you should be seeing radar and targeting reticules. Biomedical data too, if you're in pain.
Right. We done here? Because Sarif is waiting for me at the helipad.
I know. Radicals have broken into our manufacturing plant and taken hostages. Maybe this time you'll actually save people.
Lucky for you, I'm gonna ignore that comment. We're done here.
Oh, and by the way, Jensen, I know you've gone through a lot of physical changes of late, but you didn't become a woman. Stay out of the ladies' restroom.
We just did that because there the developers of this game put a lot of thought into how you do things, including responses based on just what you do.
Adam, how close are you to the helipad?
Almost there.
Good. Because SWAT's about to turn this into a PR nightmare. Meet me in the chopper. I'll brief you as we go.
Factory workers have been taken hostage, and the entire city holds its collective breath. I doubt I need
I have to read that later.
As if working so much wasn't bad enough. We got into
Welcome back, Jensen. Didn't think we'd see you around here for a while yet.
You know how it goes, Malik. Duty calls.
Don't I know it? I was in my wingsuit halfway to the top of the Renaissance Center when I got the 911. But you? 6 months is a hell of a short time to come back from the dead. You sure you're ready for this?
Only one way to find out.
Roger that. The boss is already on board, arguing with the DPD's tactical response team. They've got the plant surrounded, but Mr. Seraph wants you to go in first. You all set here? Because the sooner we take off, the better it will be for everyone.
I'm ready.
Great. Then let's get airborne.
I told Farida to put us down on a roof. I don't want the crowd seeing you go in.
Fine. As long as she pulls you out the minute I'm gone. So what am I looking at here? Who are these guys?
Pro-human purists, or so they say. The same purists who've been firebombing limb clinics all over the country.
You buy that?
Nah, I don't think it's a coincidence they hit us today, only hours after we moved the Typhoon in for assembly line factory.
The Typhoon? Megan's team was testing it the day that bastard... Who's on point for these guys?
Adam. I know you and Megan were once...
Who is on point for these guys?
Goes by the name of Sanders. That's him, there. He's an augmented Adam, so he can't be one of the mercs who attacked us, but he did know exactly how to get inside our plant.
All right. So how do you want me to handle this?
First priority is the Typhoon. I'm keeping SWAT out until you've secured it. As far as rules of engagement go, I'll defer to you. Lethal or non-lethal?
I'm not about to take any chances.
Lethal?
I did not want... I wanted non-lethal. Oof. Oh, 3 viewers. Oh, 2 viewers. 3 viewers for a moment there.
Don't start. I don't have time. Oh man, look at this. I didn't think we'd see you for another 6 months, no matter what Seraph said.
Well, look at this. Finally decided to get off your ass, Adam. Glad to see it. For a while there, I thought you'd never walk again.
Hey, boss. Good to have you back. I don't want to rush you, but any idea when you might be hiring more staff?
That's an important question.
Adam, how close are you to the helipad?
Almost there.
Good. Because SWAT's about to turn this into a PR nightmare. Meet me in the chopper. I'll brief you as we go. I told Farida to put us down on a roof.
Hold on. I'll be right back. Brief pause. I am back. And hello, Kyo. Yeah, PC version. Why would I stream on the Wii U? I wouldn't be able to do that.
I don't want the crowds.
Fine.
Pro.
You buy it?
Nah, I don't think it's a coincidence.
The Typhoon?
Adam. Who is. Goes by the name of Sanders. That's him, there. He's an augmented Adam, so he can't be one of the mercs who attacked us, but he did know exactly how to get inside our plant.
All right. So how do you want me to handle this?
First priority is the Typhoon. I'm keeping SWAT out until you've secured it. As far as rules of engagement go, I'll defer to you. Lethal or non-lethal?
I'm not looking to start a firefight in there, just neutralize them.
Okay, but just make sure those bastards don't wake up and warn their friends. You remember what it's like in there? A lot of tight enclosed hallways, but the labs themselves are pretty open, high ceilings. So, do you want something you can use from a distance, or up close?
Give me something with distance. If I get too close, I'll take them out personally.
Just try not to break anything expensive. The Typhoon should be in the factoring labs, but Pritchard will tell you more as you go in. I've got him running comms.
Terrific. Anything else?
Keep your eyes open for hostages. Free them if you can, but the Typhoon is your #1 priority. We developed it for the Alphabet agencies, and if we don't deliver it to them intact and still a secret, well, I'm sure you'll get the job done right.
Gentlemen, prepare for landing.
Okay, so I'm going to pause here to briefly talk for a moment, uninterrupted. The non-lethal in this game is way better than the first Deus Ex. The first Deus Ex attempted to be realistic with its non-lethal weapons, and well, that's fine in theory, especially for an immersive sim. Part of the problem is that realistic doesn't always translate to fun or useful. Hence why, and when I played Deus Ex, it could best be described as, so anyways, instead of blast! This game, however, way better non-lethal weaponry. In fact, it's much easier to get the pacifist achievement in this game because of how good it is.
You ready to go in? Good. Seen a few of them coming out for a smoke every now and again, so be careful.
Look at this. They're sending in a can opener to do a man's job. Those Purity First assholes are just gonna love this. You don't have time to sit around jawing, buddy. Get in there.
Rude. Also, how do you see? Where are the eye holes on that thing? Place your bets. How does he see? My bet, he doesn't. Maybe he has bat vision in him?
Tell me you're the guy we've been twiddling our thumbs waiting for.
SI Security. Name's Jensen.
Jensen. Yeah. I thought I recognized you. Used to be on Team 2 till that Mexican town thing went down. I gotta say, you're the last person I pictured taking orders from a CEO.
Things change.
Not always for the better. Feel like getting in there and doing whatever it is your boss wants you to do? Because maybe then we can do our job.
You look pretty dug in up here. What's the react team plan?
We got Alpha as point and Bravo as wing, both standing by to breach the target. We're coordinating from here, but until your boss gives us the go-ahead, we're just holding our dicks.
Realistically, how much time do I have before any shooting starts?
According to protocol, none. According to your lawyers, the sooner you get in there, the sooner we can hose this powder keg down and call it a day.
We've got people inside. Any idea where I should look for them?
Yeah.
Your plant manager, Josie Thorpe, managed to slip a call out before someone snatched her cell. She said the hostages are being held in an office near the assembly labs.
Makes sense. The workers were setting up for a production run, so they'd have been concentrated there.
You know more about that than I would. Anything else?
Intel on these purists. How much you got?
How much you want?
How many am I looking at down there?
Hard to say. We've spotted 3 in the courtyard, maybe half a dozen inside. But that's a sketchy estimate at best, since we seem to be getting a loop playback off your IntelliCams.
That shouldn't be possible. I told Seraph to make sure Pritchard overhauled the system.
That's a bit loud. I'm gonna...
Well, someone inside must be tech savvy, because all we're seeing is a loop. For all we know, there could be 5, 10, or 3 dozen perps in there.
The leader's name is Sanders, right? What's his story?
Zeke Sanders. We're running background on him now. Looks like he fought 2 tours in the Gulf. One of them on a recycled military bill.
You mean he's augmented? Seraph told me he's not.
He used to be augmented. Says his Augs made him do evil shit, so he ripped him out. Now he's got a whole crew of gullible street kids listening to his crap and ready to die for him. Or kill.
They communicate any demands yet?
Not yet, but I get the feeling they're not that organized. Most of the guys I've seen look like street bangers and thugs. The kind who get their jollies trashing equipment. You ask me, it's the man in charge you have to worry about.
I think I've heard enough.
You sure? Wouldn't want to make your boss unhappy.
I got it from here. Sit tight. Wait for Seraph's signal.
Like we got a choice.
Jensen, it's me, Pritchard. Where are you?
On a roof overlooking the plant.
Good. Your point of entry should be through shipping and receiving.
Should be, Francis. What the hell does that mean?
We have an employee entrance there. Heavily guarded by purists, no doubt. So, if you're not a fan of the frontal assault, I suppose you could try accessing the building's roof.
Yeah, everything seems under control. No sign of SWAT. No sign of any...
Ah, boy, just... I wish I had some stuff to say right now, but I don't. Usually I have interaction to hit and rely off of. But look at how smoothly this game runs on my PC. I hope y'all are getting great quality. Oh, oh. It's a hallmark of PC gaming. Oh boy, but Mankind Divided, very poorly optimized game. Oh, and I want to talk about the scopes in this game. Wonder how scoped weapons work for the Wii U version of this game? You have to look at your Wii U gamepad to look through the scope. Oh, iron sights work fine, but anything else is just out.
I knew someone was here.
I see you, bro. Go ahead and run.
Yeah, that's on me. There goes our ghost bonus. The rule of the day for playing this is if I make any mistakes, I am not allowed to backtrack. This will extend to one of the best parts of the game, the social battles as well. this first level really is fantastic at just setting up everything. You can also tell that I've played this game like a bunch of times, just dependent on the fact that, look at me, I'm zipping and zooping around.
Richard,
Whoosh.
I'm in.
Nicely done, Jensen. May I ask how?
A vent on the roof. It'll be in my report next time we discuss security loopholes.
Oh, goody. I'll be sure to take notes. The Typhoon is in the factoring labs. There's an elevator just past the assembly labs that will take you to it.
Got it.
So we're not exactly playing non-lethal. We're going to try to not kill as much as possible, but we're not going to lose any sleep if we end up having to do so. Resist the machine. We are purity first. Reject the metal. Embrace yourself. Health. Lies are made of steel. The truth is flesh and blood. Are you tired of seeing half-human cyborgs taking jobs and opportunities from good people? Are you sick of cogs who mutilate and debase themselves? We believe that the understanding human choice is impossible without first experiencing the human body's limitations. Physical limitations are what make us human. We should not strive to be anything else. Else. Attempting to improve the human condition through biological modification only averts attention and resources from social solutions that could do the same without changing the fundamental nature of people. We believe that the deliberate attempt to change the human body is ethically and morally wrong. Purity first cannot be smashed. It cannot be effectively infiltrated. It cannot be stopped. You and each and every one of you are purity first. So, as with any good Deus Ex game, part of what goes on is debating the philosophy. Perhaps more than any other place, Detroit, bodies change. Can't have shit in Detroit. Still Houghton. Global oil crash 2015. Well, that didn't happen. Still there's hope 2007. Augmentation developer. Yeah, part of the problem with setting your dates in any actual specific time is that once you pass that time, it becomes a little funny. This is the reason why all cyberpunk games inevitably stories have to go for alternate history should they actually put any concrete dates down. Like the 2020s of Cyberpunk 2020, or the 2050s and 2020s of Deus Ex. I have not seen jack and shit about nanotechnological augmentation, or even functional nanotechnology, have you? Line down. Phil, we've got more problems than line 9F. Supplies in. Needed. Overtime hours. Ah, yes. Overtime. And crunch. We all know that from heart. Supposedly, these boxes are fragile. Don't seem so fragile to me. Adam Jensen is like a 6'1", and he is not a small man. He's probably probably without all his augmentations, he was probably close to 200 pounds, because as a former SWAT officer, he probably would have had some solid muscle on him. How heavy do you think Adam is now with all the metal shoved into him? Excuse me.
Anybody seen D-Rad?
Probably smoking a cigary. Why?
He shouldn't be wandering off like that. Zeke wants us all on full alert. What for? The popos ain't coming in here. Not while we's holding all the cars.
No shit. You see Zeke when that hands over sneaked us? Never seen no one twitch that fast. He's gonna get us out of this.
Not if those popos catch us blazing. So split up.
Okay, now Laszlo there sounds like a typical insane conspiracy nut, but the crazy part is in the world of Deus Ex, he is 100% correct. Sleepwalking world. Wake up! A fortress of lies is hidden in the heart of America. It has many names: Dreamland, Groom Lake, Area 51, Magic. For decades, this clandestine military faction has declared a non-place. It does not exist. What transpires beneath the desert sands there is isolated from the oversight of any kind. If they will not open, it must be forced. Lethal military technologies are unleashed on a daily basis. Biological weapons. I was waiting for someone to that are unleashed on a daily basis. Biological weapons research, exotic power systems, synthetic intelligences, use of energy devices and objects of paranormal and xenoterrestrial origin. This place is protected by killers and assassins, by paid lackeys and turncoat politicians. It is shrouded in lies and deceit. There is no one to stop the mad scientists from tampering with forces beyond their understanding. Every day this black zone remains intact. We are threatened by the uncontrolled experimentation taking place there. What are they hiding? Okay, now, IRL. IRL, we all know that IRL, Area 51 is just one of those little locations that just holds a bunch of classified military documentation, like perfectly mundane classified, like jets and fighters and so on. But in the world of Deus Ex, they're hiding artificial intelligence research. And we know this because we've played the first game. Entirely possible. Who knows what Bob Page is hiding? Also, I'm fairly certain Bob has some form of longevity treatment, seeing as he doesn't look any different from when he did. The man has not aged at all from this game to the next.
Jensen, I just tried to unlock the assembly lab door, but my override codes aren't working. Someone's changed the protocols.
What? Didn't you plug the...
I'm on it. But until I find this particular breach and fix it, you'll have to hack the door manually. Pritchard out.
Access granted.
Oh, how difficult that was.
Jesus Christ, you killed him, man!
He asked for it. Kept calling me a biggie.
No way, no way! I am not going to prison for this!
Hate to tell you this, Trev, but once that bomb goes off, this guy won't be the last skinner in here who buys it.
Shut up, J-Ro. Trevor, you gotta calm down. Help me find something to cover him up with.
I'm telling you, man, these Hansa lovers deserve what's coming to them. What happened to you? Son of a bitch! We need help here! Put your hands up. What the hell was I see you, bro!
Don't hide on me, all.
Fucking ammo.
Thank you. Merciful soul. Well, yeah. I didn't kill them. I just rendered them unconscious. They're not dead. They're just going to be in very much pain later. How much pain do you think it would be? How much pain do you think there is in being punched at full speed by a man with titanium phased rods for forearms with polycarbonate alloyed skin? Probably enough that would likely kill on impact, but they're not dead, so clearly Jensen is pulling his punches. They merely gave him the old silent smackdown. Bring that one to the wrestling ring, eh? Actually, I'm also now thinking, since a big part of this game is also the idea of regulating human augmentation. Fuck, I forgot that that's what the visual effect is of drinking a whiskey.
Do not use the door.
Okay, so since we are intelligent people with brains, how would you guys go about regulating things like the Olympics and such with the idea that people can augment themselves with cybernetic technology?
Do something!
I could use this code.
Save us!
I don't want to die.
But I get more. But I get XP for.
Where's the bomb squad?
Get us out of here! Hurry!
I don't want to die.
Do something!
Access granted. Automated dispersal device deactivated. Countdown terminated. Have a nice day.
Pritchard, get word to Seraph. I found the hostages.
I'm relaying good news, I hope.
They're safe, and they're staying put. SWAT will have to exfil them as soon as I've got the prototype.
I'll tell Sarif, but don't take too long.
Alright. Now, there are many ways to defuse this bomb. There are so many different ways to solve with this problem. From shooting out the canisters, deactivating it via hacking, using the code. This is what a Deus Ex game is.
Listen up. I need you all to stay calm, keep your voices down, and wait here for SWAT. The plant's not clear yet.
Not clear, but those terrorists, they've got my wife.
Your wife?
She's the manager here. Josie Thorpe. They said they needed her to open the administration building. They were looking for evidence of some kind. Please, I haven't seen her since. You have to find her.
I'll do my best. But right now, I need you all to stay here and wait for the police. Can you do that?
Yes, of course. But please, hurry.
You said they were looking for evidence? What kind of evidence?
I don't know. They're purists. They think the body is sacred and shouldn't be tampered with. They probably want something that will implicate us in moral wrongdoings.
Did they know about the typhoon?
It's a top secret contract. How could they? And we only moved it in a few hours ago. Please, I don't think they expected anyone would be working today. And now that they're backed into a corner, you have to find my wife, please.
Yeah. I could have sued. I could have hacked it. I could have used the code that was given, or I could have just shot out the fucking glass containers. And that's really what makes this game a Deus Ex game. And I just used up one of my energy bars.
Who's up?
And like any good Deus Ex game, also a good part of it is patience.
Coming in here to dig up shit is one thing. But to take innocent people hostage?
Keep it down, man. No one's taking anyone hostage.
So why do we lock them workers up in Assembly Room 1? To make them feel comfy?
Smart. Let's just wait for Zeke's orders.
All I'm saying is I ain't trying to shoot up anyone who ain't aiming at me. You hear?
Back now to that breaking news coming out of Detroit. Back now to that breaking news coming out of Detroit. Police are still not saying much about the situation, but sources tell me that a militant
I don't think so. I can't remember what engine this thing is running on.
I doubt I need to remind you folks that this is the second time the biotechnology firm has been attacked. The first time, 6 months ago, on the eve of controversial hearings set to scrutinize the company's research.
Burn in hell, Seraph.
Access granted.
I don't know about the hackers. Seems odd. Yeah, it feels...
It's weird leak. What's he looking for?
Proof that these fuckers are lying to us, I guess. just like Zeke said.
Right. Over there. Come get me. Eat it. In my mind. Keep running, asshole. Coming at you. Eat it. What the fuck is that? I got you now.
What the fuck is that? Human plus.
What the fuck is that?
Look at how he's relaxed. Also, I don't think a dart to the head counts as non-lethal, but we're not going to question this. Because, like I said, this game vastly improved upon the non-lethal methodology. Frag grenade. What do I need with a frag grenade? I don't know. But this game was just meant to be PC. The reactiveness with the mouse and keyboard is just how it's supposed to be. Rule number 1 of Praxis upgrades. Always go for increased carrying capacity. This makes navigating through the game a lot easier. I have never once gotten the factory zero. Dutchman, windmill.
Access granted.
I am just moving through this game. I am speed. Oh, that's interesting.
Step away from the console. Now!
Anti-augmentation terrorist. With, neural augmentations.
Help me! Son of a bitch. Pritchard, you still there?
Where else would I be?
Patch me to Seraph, now.
Adam, it's David. You got the Typhoon?
Yeah, but you were right about there being something more behind this. Because I've also got a dead purist in here with some pretty interesting cerebral implants.
Don't touch him. We'll need an expert to recover his neural hub, in case it's booby-trapped.
Copy that. What about Sanders?
SWAT's pressuring me to let them off the leash. Find them before they do, and deal with them.
So we're going to try to go for at least 2 hours today, and then call it there. Anyways, you're going to be seeing a lot of these tipped-over gold paint cans, which in this director's cut doesn't exactly carry the same humor as it once did. And because in the original version, everything was tinted gold. There was a faint gold filter. But the director's cut took away the gold filter, so...
The entire city holds its collective breath. I doubt I need to remind you folks that this is the second time the biotechnology firm has been attacked. The first time...
Yo, if you in here, you better come out. Shit. I don't even know what any of this stuff means.
Lots of fire. Artificial muscles, from a seminar by Hugh Darrow in spring 2009. In the earliest iterations, artificial muscular technologies were crude patchwork of pistons, pneumatics, and electric motors. Those systems have been surpassed by the integration of synthetic proxies that mimic the actual form and function of human muscle tissue. Known as EAP, that's electroactive polymers, these artificial muscles are capable of linear movement of a type of scale ideally suited for cybernetic prosthetic limbs. The muscles of our bodies alter shape and form when electrical, chemical, and nerve signals flow through them. The EAPs operate the same way. When electrical charge passes across the polymer structure, it changes shape. The technologies we're developing at Darrow Industries focus on creating what we call a fully plastic actuator mechanism. In basic terms, we have three-part structure, a sandwich of gel layers made up of a matrix of dispersed single-walled carbon nanotubes situated on either side of an ionic fluid cryoelectric core, known as Bucky gel structure. And the reference to the carbon fullerene nanotubes, this designed simple arrangement of popped electrodes and electrolyte layers is capable of operating at very low voltages. Well, it would need to operate at very low voltages. Pop quiz for my viewers, for all two of you who are here. Guess how many watts the human brain runs on? What is the maximum wattage of the human brain? Nope. I will give at least a minute for Kirok to say something. Kuriok? Or I can never pronounce things correctly at all. But it's definitely not 2,000 volts. That is a lot of voltage. Yeah, y'all better not be searching up the answer. This is a guesswork thing. Well, the minute has passed. The answer is 14 watts. 12 to 14 watts is what the human brain runs off of. And I do mean wattage. It is a very efficient machine. Alright. So, anything that's is going to need to run off of human electrochemical is going to need to be very energy efficient. Now on to one of the best parts of the human revolution, the social balance.
Don't lie to me! I don't want to hurt you. You're a civilian. But I will if you don't give me a choice.
If you didn't want to hurt anyone, you should have stayed home tonight.
Oh, look! Seraph's attack dog! You're here to clean up before the police bust in? He thinks we're breaking the law. Shut up! All you body polluters break laws. You're all the same.
You're gonna have a hard time convincing people you're any different once they hear you had an AUG on your team.
What?
I found your attack dog in the factoring labs, trying to cut through security with his implanted hackware.
Nice try, Cholo. But I would never let one of you freaks on my crew. Ah! Back off, Hunter! I got business to take care of, understand? If what you say is true, and I'm not saying it is here, but I gotta check things out. So me and la vieja, we're leaving.
You know I can't let you go with her.
Stand down, Hanser! I told you, stand down or this bitch is dead.
Bullshit. You're bigger than that. You don't kill civilians.
Damn right. I'm a decorated vet, and I won't be jerked around. I need to find out who's behind this, and right now the boss lady's my only ticket out of here.
Listen to me. Whatever's going on, it's big. You've got a better chance of getting to the bottom of it if you work with me. But I can't do a thing until you let her go.
Are you stupid? I don't work with AUGs. God, you must think I'm some kind of moron. And who can blame you? Because it's exactly what it must look like to everyone right now. Trapped in here by the cops, and my only option is to take a hostage. How screwed up is that?
You're doing better than you think. You're still standing, and that's more than the hacker was expecting. You said you're a vet, so I know you've got the balls to handle this. You don't need the civilian to get you out of here.
You got a good point there. But still, there's no way I could put my trust in you. You're on the same side as the cops. They got me completely surrounded and there's nothing I can do. I'm all alone in here.
Ooh. Anyways, a brief interlude here, but this is why these social battles are so good. You have to pay attention to the facial expressions, the body language, just everything. You have to determine what is the best choice. And once you get the KC mod, it becomes a lot easier, but still, it's nerve-wracking.
The cops will be looking after civilians. They're too busy to worry about you. But if something happens to her, you will get their attention. Their priorities will shift, and all you'll accomplish is getting yourself killed.
That sounds reasonable, but I don't know. You know what? We're done talking. The puto who tricked my brother thought he had us beat, but we are so much tougher than he counted on. I'm gonna go find him and anybody else who helped him. And when I do, they're gonna see the Angel of Vengeance in action, baby.
Listen, the hacker's plan was for you to die. He knew there would be civilians here tonight. He thought of everything. He used your brother because he knew you would trust him. That's how well he knows you. He expected you to take a hostage, just like he knew the cops would kill you for it.
You're right. Damn! You know, he even asked me once about hostages. I told him I would if I had to. I thought I had to here, but I can't afford to, can I? Go on, get out of here. You're free to go. I did what you wanted, so let me go. I got played here too, I see.
I've got as much interest in finding out who's really behind this as you do, cabron.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll owe you one. But I promise you this, someone's gonna pay.
Maybe he's over there. Adam! Adam, what's happening? What's your situation? Adam!
Sanders is gone, boss. But I'm pretty sure he's just a dupe. Somebody else set this up.
Damn it. Okay, I want... you back here now. The admin building has a rooftop terrace. Meet Farida on it.
Copy. Jensen out. Are you alright?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Just a little shaken up, but... What about the other hostages? My husband was with them in one of the assembly labs, and I overheard talk about a bomb.
Don't worry, they're safe.
Oh, thank God. When those men surprised us. Mr. Jensen, they should not have been able to get in. With the typhoon being moved in and all, I double-checked the protocols myself.
Yeah, I expect Pritchard's doing the same thing right now. Stay here. DPD will want to question you. But you and your husband should be reunited soon.
Thank you, Mr. Jensen. You're a hero.
Jensen? You're the guy who was sent in before us? Those hostages owe you a lot. Nice going.
See? I could get appreciation. I could just use Hydra, but... nah. It's Hacker Man time.
Access granted.
God damn it, a 419 scam.
Way to secure the terrorist leader, Jensen. Now the bastard's free to spread his lies and cause more trouble.
Hey, I saved the hostages, and I saved a hostage.
Way way to secure the terrorist leader, Jensen.
I can't believe they made us wait out here while the leader of these assholes got away. Who knows what he'll do now? How the hell did you let the bastard get away? You dropped the ball, pal.
Nice job securing the plant. I wouldn't have thought a security guard could handle
Come on,
this.
Wilson.
Not even an augmented one.
You Sarah's boy? What the hell happened in there? I thought you were supposed to handle the situation.
I handled the situation. The Typhoon has been recovered, and all the hostages are alive.
The target is on lockdown. I can't let anyone in.
But my wife, she's still in there. I need to know that she's okay.
You'll have to wait until the building is secure. Now back up and let the SWAT team do their job, please. I gotta admit, Jensen, I'm glad someone decided to send you in first. No telling what would have happened if one of us ran into that hostage room.
Nice job securing the plant. I wouldn't have thought a security guard could handle this.
I can't believe they made us wait out here while the leader of these assholes
My
got
wife,
away.
is she all right?
She's fine. A little shaken up, though. SWAT will need to debrief her. But you'll see her soon.
I don't know what to say. I think I've given up on her. You're a true hero, man. I'll find some way to repay this, I swear.
There's no need for that. I was just doing my job.
Don't be modest. I didn't recognize you before, but I know who you are, Mr. Jensen. And I know you weren't supposed to be back at work yet. Thank God you are. I'll be in touch. Count on it.
You made a lot of people happy tonight, Jensen. And not just the men in suits.
It's what they pay me for.
No. They pay you to put corporate interests ahead of people. You found a way to satisfy everyone. Guess Dr. Reed was telling the truth about you.
Megan? What are you talking about, Malik?
Before you were hired, she said the papers were lying about Mexican Town. That you weren't fired from the force. You quit when you realized Protect and Serve had become Protect and Serve the corporate interest. Nice to see she was right. You ready to go?
Yeah, get me out of here, Malik.
Your wish is my command. Climb in. New orders just in, Jensen. The boss wants Pritchard to examine the Typhoon ASAP.
Copy that. Thanks for the lift.
No problem. Hey, and Jensen, I just wanted to say, new look suits you. Like you haven't missed a beat at all.
Thanks.
So, how's it feel? Being augmented?
Excuse me?
Don't take it the wrong way. I mean, I've got a few neuro enhancements myself. Discreet ones to help me fly better. But I chose to get them implanted. You didn't. Now that you had a chance to try them out, what do you think?
I'm not gonna lie and say they didn't come in handy back there. But like you said, I didn't choose to get augmented.
So it'll take some getting used to. I get it. But don't be surprised if the boss keeps pushing you to get more.
Why? What do you mean?
You know how he is. He thinks augmentations are the be-all, end-all of everything. And he can't understand why someone wouldn't want to become more than human.
Megan used to say the same thing.
I'm not surprised. The research she was doing was pretty damn inspired. Might have convinced a lot more people to give what we make here a try.
If that bastard hadn't killed her.
Listen, Jensen. I know you want to find the men who attacked us, and so do I. If I can help in any way, all you gotta do is ask.
Actually, there is something. I want to know about the first attack.
Fine. Ask away.
Did anyone else see them? The men who attacked?
Not well enough to get a description. Pritchard got some fuzzy images off one of the intellicams, but his tapes were all confiscated by Homeland Security.
Homeland? I heard Homicide passed it over to Special Investigations. Detroit Special Investigations.
They did, for the first month. After that, All I really know is the case is still pending, and Mr. Seraph is not pleased.
I've been thinking about why they attacked. What they were really after.
Isn't it obvious? They didn't want us going to Washington.
No, that was just timing. Hearings can be rescheduled. Somebody else can present Megan's findings.
I don't think so, Jensen. They took out her whole team. Declan Faraday, Vasily Savchenko, Nia Colvin, even Eric Koss. The labs their bodies were found in.
We're burned to a crisp. I know.
The only reason you weren't caught in the fire was because that retaining wall came down. Saved your life, believe it or not.
So the whole attack was just to destroy Megan's research.
Sure looks that way. Mr. Seraph is hoping to reconstruct it, but it may take months. If he can keep us solvent that long.
You were there that night. What do you remember about it?
That it was chaos. First, everybody figured there'd been some kind of accident, but Pritchard couldn't get a good visual and communications were haywire. Then we heard the explosions. By the time anyone knew what had hit us...
They were gone.
Whoever they were good, Jensen. Special training good.
I'm gonna find them, Malik. One way or another.
I believe you. And just so you know, when you do, I've got your back.
I appreciate that, Malik, but right now...
You've got to get the Typhoon into the tech lab, right. See you later, then. Oh, and Jensen, the boss wants a face-to-face debrief in his office once it's secure.
Roger that. Good night, Malik.
I guess I'll do this the lame way then. Down the ladder. Isn't even anything to grab there. Well, now that we are no longer beholden to a time limit, because this game does actually make it so that if you who don't go get the hostages in time, they will fucking die.
Great job at the plant, boss. Wish I could have gone out with you, but things got a little tense over here, too.
Talk's all over the office, Mr. J. You really took care of those Purity First assholes. Wish I could have been there to see it.
I don't buy for a second he was with Purity First. I think someone slipped him into Sandra's group to manipulate those thugs.
Yeah, but who? Who would know we were developing the Typhoon?
The same people who attacked us last time, Roy. I mean, come on. We were testing it when they broke in.
All right, I'll give you that. So what? You think a foreign government is behind this?
Governments aren't the only ones hiring mercenaries these days. Isolé, Kusanji, Taeyong Medical. Any one of our competitors could be behind this.
Oh, and to remind you all that this is a Square Enix published game. Final Fantasy 27. Damn. Oh, I get it. Nature of Neuroplasticity, from a lecture by Hugh Darrow given at the Byrne Institute of Medicine, 2013. The term neuroplasticity literally means the flexibility of the brain to reorganize itself based on the result of experience. 2 decades ago, the consensus among cognitive neuroscientists like yourself was that lower brain and neocortical areas were unable to be changed after development, whereas structures such as memory could be actively altered in areas related to formation and recall. In a series of cleverly designed experiments, Michael Mezernik proved that somatosensory and auditory sensations, touch and hearing, respectively, can in fact be modified through practice. This process of long-term potential was further explored in a series of studies in the mid-90s at Southern Illinois University, studies which clearly showed that how memories could be enhanced by manipulating neuroplasticity. Indeed, with the precise timing available to us in today's computers, we can clearly see that enhancement in learning could be applied for areas motor cortex, auditory cortex, somatosensory cortex, and hippocampus. Manipulation of neuroplasticity makes it clear that we as a species have been blessed with a brain that has an unparalleled flexibility to incorporate neuroprosthetic augmentations. But the human brain is still a very complex organ, and I don't think it's going to be as easy as just plug computer into brain.
Well, if it isn't Mahatma Gandhi himself, come to honor us all with his life-preserving presence. If this is about the typhoon, I'll get to it in a minute.
Now, Pritchard. I didn't risk my neck to have you lose it in a pile of CPUs and scuzzy adapters.
Well, look at you, using the big words. Don't think just because you hacked through the plant security system so fast that you're an expert on everything computer. There's a reason I can't examine the typhoon yet.
Do tell.
For your information, I am running a diagnostic sweep on our network and router security to find out how Sanders' hacker got a hold of our codes.
I'd have thought the first question to ask is, whose codes were they? Unless you already know.
Stick to kicking down doors and shooting people, Jensen, and stop trying to do my job. I guarantee you we'll get along better that way.
Alright then. Now, time to be a pest to start breaking into people's offices. Security rating 2.
What did Bill Gates and Steve Jobs talk about?
I bet he's trying to convince him to come out of hiding and make a statement that will counteract Bill Taggart.
Darrow is not hiding. He's working day and night in the Arctic, trying to save the world. That's what millionaires do when they get bored. They save the world. Didn't you know that?
Yeah, that seems about right. Wish more of that, though. I guess our problem then is that not enough billionaires these days are bored. Though too many of them, even that's not inaccurate. It's not accurate. These days they aren't saving the world. They're just finding new ways to stop being bored by going on stupid explorations that are just going to get themselves killed.
I'm telling you, Hugh, he might not have put the gun in Sanders' hand, but it was Taggart's speech to the UN that started all this.
William Taggart is nothing if not a shrewd political operator. You know that, David.
So for the sake of appearances, I have to look him in the eye and let him bullshit me?
With a smile. Always with a smile. We'll talk later.
Yeah, you wanted to see me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
I've had better days.
Well, when we're done here, check in with Dr. Markovic at the limb clinic downtown. Get her to get a checkup.
If you insist. Listen, about Sanders?
Yeah, about Sanders. What the hell were you thinking? Letting him slip away like that? I sent you in there to take care of things.
You asked me to deal with the situation, and that's what I did.
I see. I'm also starting to see why your superiors in the police force decided to blame you for the Mexican town riots. Christ, Adam. I thought you were ready for this.
I am. Today's attack was just a shell game being run by somebody else. I intend to find out who and why, so that it never happens to anybody again.
Good, 'cause so do I. That hacker in Sanders' group, you're sure he was augmented?
I pulled his cables out myself.
Yeah, well, the police are saying he's not, and they're refusing to let me see the body, no matter how much money I threaten to pull from their retirement fund.
Maybe someone else is offering more. So what do you want me to do, boss?
We have to get a look at the corpse. You still got friends on the force. You think one of them will let you into the morgue?
Depends who I run into.
Get over to the station and find a way inside. Because if that hacker was augmented, his neural hub might tell us who he was. Contact me when you've gotten a hold of it.
Boss, What you're asking me to do, it's not exactly legal.
No, it isn't. You got a problem with that?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Look at him. You know the police never fully investigated that first attack, don't you?
Yes, but...
But nothing. We lost a lot of good people, top people. And I'm beginning to think Detroit PD doesn't give a damn. Someone is pulling strings to keep us in the dark.
And in your world, the ends justify the means.
My world is your world, Adam. And if getting that neural hub illegally will show us who's behind these attacks, and maybe even help us go after them, yeah, you're damn right it does. So get going.
All right. Yesha returns in triumph. Fully augmented Nigerian pop star. Thank God am I blessed enough to be able to afford it. You're a rich person. Yes, got to show off the side boob.
Adam, were you just speaking to David? I didn't know he'd finished his call. Is everything okay?
As well as can be expected.
Right, like I know what that means anymore. The phone's been ringing off the hook ever since Bill Taggart's little press conference this evening.
Taggart. Sarah was speaking about him when I walked in. What's the founder of the Humanity Front saying about us now?
Oh, he's all sincere this time, denouncing all the violence that's been committed against us, offering to come here in person to express his deepest sympathies.
Right. No wonder the boss seems grumpy.
Can you blame him? If it were up to Luddites like Taggart, you would have died on that operating table. The problem is, he knows how to play on people's fears.
Tampering with human biology can be pretty scary.
Tell that to all the war ants whose lives have been improved because of it. But if Taggart has his way, if he can sway popular opinion enough, then the United Nations will be forced to take a stand. Mark my words. That man is trouble.
Ah, yes, the United Nations, which later leads on to becoming UNATCO. UNATCO?
Adam Jensen, please report to your office. Adam Jensen?
I can't hack this, so I'll just have to stick with the password. Alright, time to go check. Oh, 2-3. Honestly, loving the design of this company. The next 3 decades, where will we be in 2050? There was once a time when we believed that the world would become a monolithic nation-state, a kind of United States of Earth, brought together under the global aegis of a supergovernmental body. But now that prediction seems quaint and hackneyed. The reality is that we live in an era where sovereign nations and the formal governments of countries are little more than lines of demarcation upon the world's maps. More and more citizens of the world still lend their loyalty not to a flag, but to the only true transnational entities that still thrive: corporations. We thus foresee a time when people will be citizens of their employer's nation rather than Chinese, French, Canadian, etc. And in this world, what do we have as traditional nation complexes such as America will fragment in order to find their own equilibrium. Ah yes, the future of 2077. Two. David Seraph is a man of his people. $33. Security office. $35. $34. $32.
Megan made her presentation in Washington. The UN wouldn't even be considering restrictions.
We don't know that.
And if they hadn't been considering it, Bill Taggart wouldn't have gone to Geneva to give that damn speech, and no one would have tried to kill him.
There's no way you can say that for sure.
Let me finish, Will. We had the world's sympathy for a while, but isn't it funny how quickly it turned on us?
We just need to show the world what good human enhancement can do for people. We need to finish what Megan started.
That bit about Bill Taggart and Geneva being killed in Geneva is related to one of the tie-in novels, which I have actually read. I'm just being a fucking gremlin and stealing things from my coworkers. Ah, yes. Signs that even while doing ostensibly the right thing, it's still a little shady.
Man, what am I doing here? This is nuts. Hey, Jensen. Man, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're back. How are you holding up?
I manage.
I'm sorry about Megan. I know it must be hard. For a while, we thought you were a goner, too. Everything's going to shit. The attack on HQ, and now this mess with the factory.
Yeah, tough times all around. How about you, Corella? You okay?
I don't know. I fucked up. I mean bad.
What happened?
Well, a couple of months ago, me and Tyndall, one of Pritchard's techs, we started sneaking out some neuropozyne from one of the labs.
Jesus, Tim. You realize this could get you fired. Worse, arrested if the company chooses to prosecute. What were you thinking?
I know. It's complicated. I didn't want to do it at first, but there were good reasons. Anyway, now I want out, but Tyndall has security footage of me stealing the stuff and says he'll expose me if I ever stop helping him. I'm in a bad spot, Adam. I need that footage back. I know you're busy with everything that's going on right now, but I could really use your help.
All right.
What is it exactly you need me to do?
I need you to get back that security footage Tyndall has on me. It's probably in his apartment. On his computer, maybe.
So what? I just look him up in the phone book?
His apartment is near Brooklyn Court.
It might be tough to get in because his building has a large security gate protecting it.
Well, that's just great.
Hacking the security gate is possible, but would require advanced hacking skills. You might have to look around for an alternate path. Maybe use the fire escape or something.
Alright.
Neuropozyne. What could you guys want with an anti-rejection drug for augmentation patients? Reselling it? Providing a competitor?
Why do you automatically assume I was trying to turn a profit?
Pretty ballsy stealing a patented drug from a secure lab. How'd you manage to do it?
Both Tyndall and I worked the night shift every other week. I stashed the neuropozyne in a bag while he edited the security footage. Guess he kept part of it.
How about Tyndall? Can't you reason with him?
You could try, but Tyndall's a pretty driven guy. I mean, the guy's like a rock. You'd need a Casey aug or something to crack him.
Casey?
Social enhancer. It's an augmentation designed to read people's reactions and behavioral patterns. Higher end series even allows you to directly influence people with pheromones or something.
All right. Tell me more.
Really? Wow, thanks, Adam. I thought I was done for. The security footage will probably be on his apartment computer. Meet me in front of the subway station parking lot once you get a hold of it.
I got it from here.
Alrighty then. There's only but one thing left to do for us, and then we'll be closing up this stream for the day. That's ish. I sworn there was like a man.
This whole thing just brings back bad memories. I love working here, but it's hard knowing that at any second...
God, I can't talk about it. What if another bunch of radicals burst through the door like right now and start shooting?
I know. It's so awful. Because you'd be the first to... I mean, you'd be...
I'd be the first to what?
Nothing. Forget it.
Talk's all over the office, Mr. J. You really took care of those Purity First assholes. Wish I could have been there to see it.
Hold down the fort, boss. Nothing new to report.
The side quests in this game are a lot of fun, and do tend to have multiple ways about solving an objective. Mostly.
Mrs. Reed?
Adam, I'm sorry you startled me. And please, call me Cassandra. You and Megan were together long enough. I was waiting for you.
Out here? Why not come meet me inside?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not ready. This is where you work, but to me, this is also the place where I lost my daughter.
I guess I never thought of it that way.
I'm sorry. It's not proper of me to come here and stir up bad memories, especially after what you've been through.
Yeah. A lot of things changed 6 months ago.
I can't get over how much they've changed you. At first, I couldn't even believe you were still alive. How do you handle all of this?
I never asked for this. They say they saved me, but I'm not sure saved is the right word.
I understand your anger. I wouldn't take too kindly to people making that kind of decision for me, either. But that being said, I, for one, am glad that you're still among us.
Can I ask why you wanted to see me?
Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I'm here about Megan. About what happened to her. Or rather, about the investigation into what happened.
What about it?
Well, simply put, I feel something is not quite right with the way the case was handled.
You think there was some foul play involved?
I do. Call it mother's intuition. But when speaking to some of the investigators, there were a lot of inconsistencies. And then I met this detective, a man called Chase. He agreed things weren't handled by the book, although he has no proof.
And now you want to find out more?
I'll never hear my daughter laugh again, Adam. I'll never get a call from her to ask how I've been, or have the chance to ask her about her day. She was stolen from me. However unjustified this all is, I still want to know why it happened. You're not the same, Adam. And we've yet to see if it's for better or worse. But I know you loved Megan. Please, will you help me find out what really happened to her?
I never got a chance to investigate the attack myself. I'll look into it.
Thank you. This means the world to me, Adam. Really.
The first thing I'll need to do is meet with this detective, Chase.
Good. He works part-time as a security guard in an apartment building on Brooklyn Court. I'll be waiting for you in your apartment lobby once you're done.
Why does a detective need to work part-time as a security guard?
Oh, he retired soon after the case. I don't really know the details. Maybe he'll tell you more.
I'm on it.
Alrighty then. And we're gonna end our stream there for the day. Oh boy, it's so good to be playing this. Like I've said, I really do enjoy this game. It's very much one of my favorite games. Yeah, I will say that it's one of my favorite games. It's a lot of fun. Whether or not it's good or not, it doesn't matter. If it's a game, it's your favorite game, it's your favorite game. So, thank you all for joining me. And next week, we move on to side quests everywhere. All right, talk later. Bye-bye.